Sagittarius, Booyakashan, how you getting on? I'm back. Steve's back in time. Feel like a bit like Marty McFly, to be honest. So a lot of you might be flying or travelling or trying to travel back in time. I know sometimes I feel like a yearning, lost feeling today. I don't know why, and I'm trying to push my way through it, Sag, to be honest. But I'm back here to do your reading from the 15th to the 30th. Okay, same as before. I'm kind of getting fed up with listening to my own voice. It's difficult when you run a YouTube channel because you pretty much have to go over the same thing for new subscribers and other people that don't know. But it's the same. There is a buy all option, 3-month streaming period for $19. It'll give you access for 3 months to watch what you like pretty much, and it's in your bi-weekly folder. Okay, or just to watch the rest of the reading is like $4, I think. Okay, and that's all over on Vimeo, and that is in the description, and it's the same process, but this is for your bi-weekly, and it's from the 15th to 30th. Bosh, let's go, mush. So first card out is the truth. The truth, first impressions, the self, the appearance, and the leadership. Well, this is a leader, so this is someone that doesn't mind speaking the truth or seeking the truth, but it could also be kind of like paperwork also, trying to sort out paperwork, trying to sort out maybe legal documents or work on something that's where it's taking probably a lot of figuring out in order for my next move, maybe. My next move. You might be wanting to move or travel, or that you have, or that you are wanting to, or that you are wanting to seek the truth, but the first impressions are pretty much that you want the truth about something, or someone does. Or, like I say, it can mean that the leadership part is to do with leading myself forward on a new path of truth, of spirituality, but also maybe to do with paperwork and how am I going to sort out this situation that I seem to find myself in, or you or them, of where it's going to take some kind of analysing my next approach of sorting out paperwork and the truth about it so I can actually make a move through the rest of the deck. So let's see what's next. So how they see you or how you see them. Wow, there you go, travelling. This is more of a travelling card to me. This is like feeling victorious, but this is like either, okay, so either the truth is coming about a job, a new job, or an old job, and you feel successful in it, okay? Or you're seeking for a new job and you're sorting out paperwork in order to move forward. Or the same approach, but you want to travel in order to do something, okay? But this is how they see you or you see them, is someone that is trying to move forward on a new project, thing, or with them, like seeking the truth so I can actually move forward on something. Like with you, with or without you. Like, so you might be like leaving something behind in order to gain something, so you've got to let something go to let something in. When new things, because this is fresh and new also, when new things come into your life, you have to release the past. Now that can be literally anything, anybody, or any energy. It can be a way of thinking, a way of analysing, the ego. This can also be like ego, the breakdown of the ego, okay, it can be. So breaking down the ego, driving through the static, using spiritual, like, you know, a lot of people, like things that are written and Google and all that kind of stuff, you know, the greatest intelligence ever is by spirituality, I believe. You know, that's my belief. It doesn't have to be everybody else's. But everything that I know about life and why you become a guide and everything that you end up knowing is just what I've heard, just by being clairvoyant, you know, by being connected to open source energy of like the truth, you know, the truth of what you hear spiritually, of the next move that you need to take in order to make your life more successful over periods of time is what you hear spiritually, you know. So sometimes we have to like break the ego down to realize that the only thing that ever holds me back is myself, and it's the ego and the pride that stops me from actually moving from a circumstance. And I always say to people, what's the most important thing to you in your life? And a lot of people always say my children or my family or anything. But it always comes down to you to make that decision no matter who you look at. You can never really put someone else in front of you. You have to, I don't want to go too far into that, but this is why sometimes people can form codependency if it's to do with pain. It's not, and I don't want to go with that. But you know, it's you that takes the steps in order to be with someone, and so you have to form equality in order to do that. So you work basically together, you know, because it's kind of headed this way. So how you are communicating also with family. So it's also to do with family, the third house, but how you're communicating together. So it's a project. It's that you want to work together back with the person that you're actually involved with. If you're not involved with anybody, this is trying to seek paperwork in order to move on a project. It could be to do with work, it could be to do with tarot, it could be to do with anything like with art or crafts or anything like that. This is also like past life regression also. So it's very spiritual. It's like a spiritual calling that's calling you. This is like indicative to me of the soulmate energy, because it's past life. It's the three, you know, three, past life, this life, aligning yourself with where you are presently. Okay, concreted in of a structure of something that is, it's like not major arcana, but it's concreted in to work and collaborate together on a project, you know. So it could be working, it's moving forward on some kind of spiritual thing. There you go. It could be to do with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or basically wanting. This is something that's very committed, not into a padded cell. Hopefully not, right, Sag? But committed, like grounded, stable. Someone that actually wants a commitment. Someone that wants to work on something. You've got air sign, fire sign, earth sign so far. But this is also like a spiritual calling, because it's calling and pushing this way. Everything is looking this way. It's looking at working together. So this is the fourth house. So this is the foundation of the relationship that it's built on, which is good standing, which is something that is stable. So you might be wanting to help build your finances and find your counterpart, so it would be the Queen. But the King or the Queen, it doesn't matter whether they're in the deck or not, they might be here. But that's what it's in search for. It's something that's more grounded and stable, but also someone that can hold themselves up and me up and my partner, pretty much. Like more grounded, more someone that has like probably financial wealth maybe, but also someone that is stable and committed in a relationship, of where you can also build finances together. This is the King, okay? So the King is actually looking this way at, wow, so there you go, Pisces. It can be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but normally Pisces to me, the Queen of Cups. But the Queen and the King are both looking at one another, pretty much, of something that's more grounded and stable, and that's the fourth house of what the foundation's built on, and the relationship, which is very good standing. The fifth house is the expression and the passion and the drama, which is to do with love, which is to do with like deep love, calling. This is like a calling. It's like a calling and a yearning feeling for something more deep and emotional, but also something where it's going to be more grounded and stable. So it's both. These are kind of like good counterparts, because this is the King of stability and this is the Queen of emotion. So basically these two counterparts are probably better than the King and the Queen of Cups and the King and the Queen of Pentacles, because one's more grounded and like earthbound kind of quality of like money but stability, but one's also like giving the emotional support also. So you've got the financial support and the emotional support, and that's what the foundation's built on, and that's the expression and the passion and the drama. So some of it might be dramatic because of one being probably looking into their emotions, but not really. It's kind of like the expression and the passion is built on love. It's like a love calling. It's kind of like what do you call it? In order to make moves, it's kind of like all in the name of love. In the name of love, one more. In the name of love. That's what it seems to be, because it's all travelling this way. Some of you could be wanting to travel, or you are travelling. But this is actually feeling victorious with the person that you're with, and that you actually want to build and create something together, because this is the central issue of just these 5 cards. It's wanting to actually work together again, wanting to build something like a family or something stable, something grounded, working together. You know, if this is the soulmate, which a lot of people are into, you know, that's what you do on a mundane level when you come together. You come together through past life, okay, and you meet again this life in order to work on projects together. It comes into fruition. This is what you end up manifesting together when everything is sorted and that you've agreed upon that you want to do things. You work together So it manifests itself actually into reality when you get everything in alignment. This is alignment, so this is aligning yourself with the truth of the matter. Of yes, this is my person of spiritual belief, my calling, someone that's honest, someone that's forthgiving and forthright, okay? They speak the truth, they seek the truth, and they're full of wisdom, and they cut away the darkness, and they're a seeker, a seer, you know, a seer, someone that's clairvoyant. You know, they used to call them that in the days, like a shaman, a seer, you know, someone that can see the future. And this is kind of like the future of where it's heading, of something more grounded, emotional, stable, stability. So, Sag, I seem to have gone on a little while, but if you don't know me as a channeler, that's what I do. I channel messages and I pretty much just talk my way through the whole thing. But as soon as a lot of people, they blame me or blame a channeler for giving this, and they think, oh, for some reason that's not what I wanted to hear because I'm a cross-watcher or something, okay? And they haven't heard the rest of this, and they just blame that. That's what I'm saying. What you put out is what you get back. If you have hatred, and this is not you, Sag, but I'm kind of putting this in, you know, to a lot of signs. If you can blame a channeler for just literally channeling a message of where they can't see you and they don't know you, if you can actually do that, that means that you have a lot of hatred within you, that what you put out is what you get back. That doesn't mean that that's going to be forced hatred upon me. That just means that that will come back to the person that they're hating on, which is themselves. We're all cut from the same cloth of ascension. Trust me, we are, because I teach it. And that is also over on Vimeo if you're interested. But yeah, soulmate energy is also about reflection, you know, but everything is about reflection because it's also psychology and God knows what else of where we mirror one nature of humans, but we're all cut from the same cloth of source of energy. So we come here to learn that, you know, love is not a controlling energy, it's actually freeing, you know, it's supposed to be. So we're going to go over to Vimeo now, but if I didn't mention, I am also asking the question, what is going on with the person that you're inquiring about? What is going on in their life? Okay, what's going on in their life? And that should give you more clarification of what happens when I clarify everything. What's going on in their life? And then I'll also ask is how are they thinking and how do they feel about you specifically? So you have to have that in an intention of the person that you're inquiring about. But hopefully I can also break it down and give you how that related to the story here. So try and keep all that in mind if you do come over to Vimeo. But I'm also going to be asking those questions as well as doing all this. If you do want a personal reading, I do have time, and there is an email in the description. Just send me an email, and I'll hook you up, bruv. All right? Peace, Sag, and I'll hopefully catch you on the other side.